Hello. This is a very festive edition of the Resonant Frequency Show on Planet Wax. Shout out to Tebow for the last hour and a half. Shelling hard drum and bass. So I have a guest today. He's a bit of a South London legend. So yeah, we're going to be playing some tunes for the next hour and a half. He's asked to be he's asked to be called Peter Peterson after my friend's cat. I don't know why. I think they've met in a past life. But some people might know him as West Norwood Cassette Library. We're going to let this one roll out for a bit, plan our strategy, and then we're going to talk some shit. Extra background on Bob. Very interesting DJ from South London. I know he's been doing loads of interviews in the last couple of years, so everyone probably knows quite a lot about him. But I went on his Wikipedia and I found a few bits that I don't know if people know or not. So in 2001, Bob moved to Kettering for 6 months on a temporary work contract. He could find Bob playing bars and social clubs in the local area, and he adopted the name the Earl of Kettering.
Hello. Hello, Tom. Hello, all Resonant Frequency family and the Kettering Massive, of course. It's a disclaimer that we are not to believe a single word of anything Tom says in the next hour and a half. It's all fabricated. I don't know where the cat thing comes from, but I'm happy to play along. So Tom's asked me to bring a pick of 2025, and this is my sort of outside of the dance music sphere. This is a track by the Sound Carriers from their album Through Other Reflections, which I think it came out in 2024, but it came out on pink vinyl, and I had to wait for the black vinyl because I'm a miserable old git. Can't be doing with it. Everything's so colourful these days. It's too much. So I waited for the black vinyl to come out, and I got it earlier this year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I need them. And I think this track is called Already Over by the Sound Carriers, and it sounds like this.
Hello, yeah. Didn't realise that tune was running, actually. So this next one is by someone who's sitting at the bar, very, very handsome gentleman. This is, I'm going to go into the details of the release in a bit, but yeah, have a listen to this. This one is off a label called Distant Worlds. And you're going to hear this for a while. This is some exclusive shit. This is not even the next release, but the release after that. So yeah, check Distant Worlds. Super wicked shit, yeah? All along this vibe. Really great label. This is my newest purchase that I got today. And what are you going into next?
I'm going to go into... I'm not doing my newest purchase of the year yet. Yeah. I am doing my favourite dub plate of the year. And actually, this was cut in the back at Planet Wax. Big up Planet Wax. Big up 1-800 dub plate. So this one was cut in the back where we are now. And this is my sort of perennial issue with getting DJ promos digitally. It's all very nice to get free music, but I can't play it because I don't know how to play digitally. So if they're really, really good, I'll cut them to plate. Checked in with Mr. DJ Zinc. Can I cut it to plate? Of course you can. This is a track called Wrong Number. It did come out on Bingo Beats as a digital only, and yeah, it's just cut to dub plate. Here it is.
Dancing through my head. Dancing through my head. Dancing through my head. Dancing through my head.
Kinky. Dubplate Spesh.
I must strongly stress right now that when I do say acid, I mean that's just the title or the saying given to that type of drug, and it's nothing to do with music. I'm not here to promote the music. I'm here to promote drugs. Acid, I mean acid. Acid. When I do say acid, I mean acid. Acid.
To bring some tunes that I thought Bob would like. Make him a little bit moist, you know? Yeah. We're not going to talk about Bob's Christmas bag, we'll go into that later. So yeah, this is Luke Viber. Cheers, Bob. So yeah, this is Luke Viber, and this was off Astrophonica, Fracture's label. Banger. In a very festive mood, I thought I'd come up with a few questions to ask Bob while I've got him with me. So Bob, who did it better? Ho ho ho, Santa Claus or Snoop Dogg?
Santa always, man. I'm an original.
Beautiful, beautiful response.
Okay. enough of your ho-ho-hos. Right, so one of the things you told me to bring, as well as like sort of newest this and oldest that, this is brand new secondhand. So this is the latest thing I got from Discogs, which is Montana, which is Vince Montana, who is the famous South Soul disco guy. He did this album called A Dance Fantasy, inspired by Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I thought might be a bit of a joke, because it would be like sort of disco versions of X-Files. Yeah, but actually listening to it, there's tons of really recognisable samples in there, so it's quite a classic, turns out. And this is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's called Second Movement, The Toys Come to Life. But I think you'll recognise it almost straight away.
playing short records, man. And talking to me as well. You're distracting me. And you. So yeah, that was something old and groovy. I've definitely heard that in a few porno flicks. 100%. Beautiful porno music. Yeah. All them subscriptions I've got. Anyway, this one is one of my new used. Again, this I got from Planet Wax recently. One of my fave producers. This is Joy Orbison. And this is entitled Lady Royal. Super London, South London Spesh. Also going to be playing a little section in our hour and a half dedicated to the Toolkit series that Bob pioneered. I think he's going to bring it back just himself, making loads of samples of Weather Report and that. But yeah, we're going to do a little section of a few bits from that series, which should be fun. Oh, he's actually mixing as well. I told him to stop. That was my fault. I said, don't mix. This isn't what this show's about. How dare you mix a tune?
yourself and question authority. Think for yourself and question authority. Think for yourself and question authority. Think for yourself and question authority. That's the commercial for the electronic future.
All right, you're listening to Resonant Frequency live on Planet Wax on air. I'm West Norwood Cassette Library. Tom, our host, is at the bar getting the beers in. And we're just flicking through sort of something old, something new today. So we're doing lots of different tunes. And that was my kind of newest pickup from a shop that's secondhand. So big shout out to Michael at the Book and Record Bar in West Norwood, which is where I got it from. That was Timothy Leary meets The Grid, a track called Origins of Dance. And The Grid, of course, was Dave Bull, ex of Soft Cell, who passed away recently, rest in peace. I don't know what the next tune is, so I'm going to let Tom rap on about that when he's back from the bar.
Yeah, so this is one of my tunes that I thought Bob might like. He's gone to the toilet. He'll be back at some point, hopefully you hear it. So this is a tune called New Generation by the legendary Boy Meringue. It's about 8 minutes long. And yeah, wicked. So check this out.
The rhythm is rocking it. rocking in a new generation, a new generation, a new generation, a new generation, a new generation.
All right, Tom says go a bit more Larry. So this next one falls under the category of my newest new tune, because I got it yesterday. Came out earlier this year. It's by my good friend and yours, L Major. It's called everyone's good friend. It's called Make Some Noise, and it's on a label called N4HC, which stands for Not for Human Consumption. And it's a big shout out to Robbie, because he gave me this yesterday, and I met him for the first time. He's from Tulse, down the road from West Norwood. We met at the Book and Record Bar in West Norwood, very local, all lovely. And yeah, big up Robbie, big up L Major. This is Make Some Noise.
That was Bob's. So the next one is classified as a tune, an artist I know because of Bob. It's something I've created. So this is, how do you say it? Jay Tyne. Jay Tyne, yeah. So this is Jay Tyne that Bob released on his label. No, I didn't. You didn't?
No, this is Penny Royal.
No. But as an artist, you released on your label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this record.
No, not this record, but this is. Yeah. This is. I think everyone would. So this is what I am going into now. This one's rugged. So I heard this one on a mix that Tasha did with Lady Machine, and yeah, absolute banger. But obviously, Bob associated. I may say, this is not on Bob's label, but Bob has just told me that this came off a side label that Untold did, very short-lived, right? Yeah, Penny Royal. So yeah, this is a little side label of Untold. Anyone who don't know about Untold, he did Hemlock, he's done loads of sick tunes. He's one of Bob's best friends. Yeah, big up.
And for ordinary mortals like you and me, the domestic telephone is part of the pattern of everyday life.
Ring up the doctor.
Telephone for the ambulance.
There's a message for you to ring your office.
Give me the police, please, quickly.
Have you telephoned Mother?
Did you ring Granny?
Emergency? Give me the fire service, please.
Has Daphne phoned?
Good morning. Your alarm call.
Every minute of every day, the cables under our feet, the microwave links overhead, throb with the endless stream of messages without which no community could survive today.
Well, that was The Sound of Living, a record about the post office telephone service, what I found on the floor in Brick Lane in 1991. And I've used that, I've sampled that loads. But Tom asked me to bring a random record from my collection, so... I've never sampled the throb bit, but I've definitely sampled Get Me the Police, Please, Quickly. And that's it, Sound of Living, 10-inch. Don't even know what year that came out, but I'm guessing it's sort of the 60s. And we're going to go into some library toolkit selections next. A little 10-inch series is a side label of WNCL. They're all 12-track 10-inch, based on kind of classic library records, but all quite mad. All the tracks are 2 minutes long, and I thought I'd just play some random selections. This one is the first one on the Toolkit series by CEO, and these are completely bonkers.
Anyone says anything, it's not distorted, there's nothing the matter with the mixer, it's not redlining, it's supposed to sound like this. Not everything has to be clean and clinical, it's a beauty of distortion.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. It was a nice little Sunday afternoon, pleasant kind of warm-up vibe, yeah. This is from the second library toolkit by Jane in Palmer. Big up Julian, a.k.a. Don Frost. This is probably a bit more like it, quite varied, radiophonic. This is quite jazzy, though.
Got a request?
had a request?
This is my selection. This is by the artist, don't get it confused with the French one, Justice. He had a release on Western Cassette Library and Bob asked him to submit this. Yeah, this is my one.
Yeah, big up Man Like Justice, right? Out to Tony, not the French duo, which is what I wanted to call the EP, but we called it 2 Minute Experience in the end. The next toolkit is by Echoplex, and he's like a very, very radiophonic type of guy. I almost invented this series just for him. And he did a 12-track toolkit called Radio Chronics, and yeah, like I say, he's very, very much homemade electronics, DIY. It's almost like the library toolkit is a home for Echoplex. I don't know what he's doing now, but big up, Nick.
Yes, roast massive. Remember, pat yourselves on the back. We had a wicked time. And always remember it's a respect thing. See? It's a respect for one another that you have to have. Right? We're a fraternity. Right? And if you fuck it up, you fuck
Yeah, so this is another one.
and everybody around you, whether
This is
it's
J Chin
techno, hip-hop, soul, rare groove, check all yourself.
under his real name alias off of the Toolkit series.
Set the program for others to follow. There'll be all types of people out there watching you. See? Yes, roast massive. Remember, pat yourselves on the back. We had a wicked time. And always remember it's a respect thing. See? It's a respect for one another that you have to have. Right? We're a fraternity. Right? And if you fuck it up, you fuck it up to yourself. And everybody around you, whether it be house, garage, tailors, hip-hop, soul, rare groove, check all yourselves. Right? Remember when you're leaving, leave tidily. Set the program for others to follow. There'll be all types of people out there watching you, seeing you, seeing you, seeing you, seeing you.
Sorry, Bob's too busy talking.
Last toolkit selection? Yeah, this one is Old Friends, Denim Audio. Very, very successful, but nobody bought this one. So this is the Denim Audio Breakbeat Compendium.
So yeah, this is coming out of the Toolkit series. This is one of my dub plates, and this is another artist that Bob has released on his label. This is Justice again, and this was a remix of a jazz artist called Rebecca Vasman, who's from Scotland. It was supposed to come out on vinyl, lots of promises, like normal, didn't, but I cut it a long time ago for a gig. Actually one of my favourite tunes in the last couple of years, and I actually heard this in a forest in Luton on Tony's phone, and even off of a shitty phone speaker it sounded sick. So yeah, this is my dub plate selection. That's your fault. So yeah, I think this is gonna be like one of the last tunes. Maybe? Yeah, near enough. Might squeeze in another one. Bob's basically run out of tunes. He mixed a few in, he's worn himself out, you know, so Sunday, innit? He's already been to football practice, he's like done in.
That's not me playing football, by the way. It's an 11-year-old. Big shout out to Ivy.
He was in goal at one point.
Carol was right. We're all gonna die here.
No, we're not gonna die.
We're all gonna die. All of us.
We're not gonna die.
We're not gonna die. We're gonna get out of here.
Carol was right. I thought we're gonna die here. I don't wanna die. We're not gonna die. We're gonna get out of here. Scotty. 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 Scotty.
Anyway, that's been me and Bob for the last 90 minutes. Finishing out with a bit of Dawn Day Night, which was Fractures Alias. Grimy. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Bob. Merry Christmas. Yeah, you're still here.
Thank you very much, Tom. And a Merry Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas to everyone. Goodbye.
Is there a way around the bridge? Is there a way around the bridge? I don't want to die. Is there a way around the bridge? Scotty!